welcome to this FailCraft Casts. We're streaming live on Curse of Naxxramas Plague Quarter launch night. Next boss up is Heigan The Unclean, so we're doing our normal playthrough right now. Without further ado, let us jump on in and hopefully not lose our overlay bar on the side. So, we've already got Noth down, we've got our lovely stuff. He promises not to kill me if you don't play any cards against him. Now, Heigan the Unclean was the safety dance in Naxxramas. The floor became alive, and you needed to jump around the different sections of the floor, making sure you didn't get flamed by the fire on the floor. World of Warcraft raiding rule number 1, do not stand in fire. I'm sure this will be very similar in Curse of Naxxramas and Hearthstone as well. Stand in fire. Warcraft. Play Hearthstone. Heigan. Okay, let us get in without further ado. So I'm playing this, just so you know, as blind as possible in terms of not knowing the various bosses in any nth of detail. I've tried to keep this as spoiler free as possible. So we are going to be going in and seeing what happens. We haven't built any specific decks or prepared to kill the boss as soon as possible, so if I get slaughtered, I get slaughtered, and then we'll take a look at a deck, build a new one, and get straight back in for the next one, which will be great. Victory or death. Okie dokie, we're not going to be safe here, so I'm just looking for my usual control warrior opening. I might like an armor smith, I might like an axe. Keeping that Taskmaster will really just let me remove a 1 health minion. Nothing too crazy bar that. Nothing I can do turn 1. Now remember, of course, Heigan's hero power, Eruption. Do 2 damage to the leftmost enemy minion. That is replicating the safety dance, so I want to make sure that I have something on the left that is not going to be too valuable, or something on the left that, if it takes damage, actually benefits me. And luckily in Control Warrior we have many options. Curse of Naxxramas Plague Quarter. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got a nastily buffed Demon Fire, buffing up his demon to a 3/5 Voidwalker, 1 turn 2. That is not fun. However, what can I do? I can start armouring up. I could shield block as well. I think I'm just going to shield block at this point because I'd like the extra card draw. The slam will help me here. I will have execute options. I can throw down the armor smith. Ooh, fell guard, nasty. Destroying one of his mana crystals, so slowing him down by 1, but he has 2 nasty cards on the table still. So you know what? I think it's time to commence playtime. So what I can firstly do, I can either slam them both down a bit and execute, or I can get the additional card draw. Both of them are tanks, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove with an execute. There we go, 1 down, so we'll keep him under control for the time being. There is the Void Caller, putting a random demon from his hand into the battlefield, but that's when the Void Caller gets despaired and perished. Right, we've got Cleave that we can remove with. I do have the Armor Smith that will be vulnerable to an Eruption. At the moment I don't actually have the control I'd like over this table. A little bit frustrating. If I really reach out I might be able to destroy some things. I'm actually just going to keep tanking myself up and wait for the control to come to me. I'm happy that Gorehowl has dropped into my hand. Cleave is not going to do much. I'd like to save Cleave until I can actually get an execute play in place, and I expect that we may well see Eruption come out. There we go. You can dance if you want to, you can leave your friends behind. If friends don't dance, then if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. Soulfire removes me, and then here we see the Blood Imp on the table. He's going to be buffing up health. We've got all these nasty charging death rattles. I'm actually thinking that on Heroic, where crazy happens, yeah, crazy will happen on Heroic, I'm seeing the need for some silence, which I do not have really in this deck. I can certainly push some tempo going, but I do not have loads of silence. So I'm actually going to throw down Ken and start trying to trade off these minions. I can Whirlwind next go. Oh, he's faceless. And he's faceless into another Voidwalker. This is where I really need my Brawl to come out. There's only 1 in this deck, And I could actually be losing this on normal mode. Not a walk in the park, but I'm more prepared for the next encounter. Okay, what can I do here? Well, Whirlwind will tee everything up. I can grab one execute and it will certainly let me trade away one of the other tanks. These death rattles will summon additional random minions. That's not going to be great, but the Whirlwind will also tee up some things for a cleave. So I think Whirlwind is a fair starting point. Let's drop a Whirlwind. There we go, that removes a few things. An execute will certainly help me out with one of these. Of course I'm going to go for the larger health one. We'll remove that. Next up, I think I can do 5 damages worth. So I can do a cleave that could potentially get these low, or I can 3 mana up for 2 into a shield slam and a cleave, which would certainly get me close to some removal. So if I go for this bit of removal, we'll then get Bane out, so that'd be good. And then I can throw a cleave down, then I can shield slam, and then I can drop that down as well, and I'll summon a random minion, and with that excessive amount of control in one go, we get a random demon from your hand. Okay, so he seems to be swarming me with the Void Callers. With an Eruption, Safety Dance triggers away my Cairn, gets out Blade. So I've not triggered too much pain from Safety Dance just yet. I think that he will be painful, but you will need to use copious amounts of silence. Okay, I'm just going to start getting ugly, getting nasty. He's got nothing in his hand, so he can't put a random minion from his hand into the battlefield. And we've managed to remove Heigan's table. There goes the Safety Dance, and we've sadly removed Cairn and Bane. R.I.P. Cairn and Bane, they did their job well. So, a nice sensible option here. I can just drop in, armour up, swing away with Gorehowl itself, and then I can swing in with lovely Grommash. Soulfire. Okay, well, Soulfire and Safety Dance is actually going to remove my Grommash. See how we can nastily combo those two together. Next turn, oh, but what's he got? Naxxramas. So, I'm quite happy to throw that down. I may as well tee myself up for a lethal bowl. 1 damage. Oh, I'm just 1 short of a lethal, but I can get that with the Cruel Taskmaster on my Naxxramas. So we should be good there. Next round, we have an Armorsmith drop in, but there we go. We have GG against Heigan the Unclean. Cruel Taskmaster buffing up Alex, and a well played. I should have taken a shower. He's seething with anger. Seething indeed. So, next up, we're going to be cracking onto the next boss, and there's our Unstable Ghoul reward. Taunt and Death Rattle, dealing 1 damage to all minions. Little Baby's first abomination is Unstable Ghoul in some ways, and very, very good for that. So if you have just joined us, do not go away. Rajanog, welcome! If you are on YouTube, then thank you very much for tuning in, and here are all of the other places you can find us. You can find us on none other than youtube.com/FailCraft and twitch.tv/FailCraftcast. Come and find us and check out all of the other Naxxramas videos. If you're live, don't go away. We're going to be re-kicking off in just a second or two.